Hi everybody, happy Sunday. This is Dr. Lennon recording here. And want to show you a couple of things today. First off, we're on week 4, wrapping it up, managing our responsibility. And the things we had to do were D3, ethics and social responsibility cross orders, and self-development 3. Well, first let's look at D3. First off, my apologies. What I needed to do was actually split you guys in half, and by doing so, you now have access to all successive discussion groups. And the reason why the designer of these courses wanted to have that is so that you could have more interesting conversations. Considering it's a large class of like 40 or more students, that's probably not a bad idea. Alright, so this one is fairly self-explanatory. I want you to refer to the Hidden Figures, the Case 3, Revolution within your textbook, create a table, and then start posting your responses. I've given an extra week for this, so all of this is going to be due by the 28th, so next Sunday. So I want you to start posting things by this coming Thursday and have it done, and then also have final wrap-up by next Sunday as well. Now, here's the one I want to give you a little bit of help with students are having problems with. That is self-development 3. Okay? Notice I've extended this one out to the 28th as well. And on this one, it tells you analyze the results of the skills building exercise in Schermerhorn and Bachrach. That's your textbook. Okay? And then, big one here is read Banerjee et al. 2003, and then review Insight 3, individual character as a confidence builder exercise within the chapter. And then here's the important part students are getting hung up on. Note, Banerjee et al. Must be retrieved from the library. Use your library search skills. So what that means is, you gotta take this article, let's go ahead and copy it, and go to the library and find it. So I just happen to have the library tab open here. We can try copying and pasting, and let's see what we get. And we get Mark's login, of course. You will all have the same thing. And at the speed of light, here we go. Alright, and sure enough, look at what came up. How unethical are you? December 2-3. Always, when something comes up, always double check that this is the one you want, because authors will often write series of articles that are named very similarly, or or like textbooks, they're different editions. So always be careful about that. Now here's the big one you want to see. Then you see linked full text. Okay, let's check that out. Now here's the great thing. Look at what happened. It said, full text is not available. Here are other ways to get the item. Now this is interesting. This is where some students are getting hung up. They say, okay, check Google Scholar for free access. So let's try that, right? And, okay, so then if they go, plug it in again, right? Okay. Well, they're not always getting the ones they want. Like, for example, bounded ethicality as a psychology barrier. Now, these are not the articles you want. So, at this point, you might be saying to yourself, well, Dr. Lennon, then how do I do this assignment? Okay. Here's what you can do instead. All right. First off, when you go in the library, okay, what you could do is get rid of some of this, and then just try going, select field, go title, and the title is, how unethical are you, and then try just a title search, okay? And then scroll down. Okay, that's not doing me much either. Another option Another option for you too is to go into Google itself, and here I'm going to try copying and pasting it, and let's see what we get here. Okay, now this is cool. The very top beginning we see hbr.org, and this is where they're going to hold the article, right? And we, the publisher of the article, Harvard Business Review. But if we click on that, guess what? This is a subscriber-only article, so that's probably why we didn't have it in our library. We might not be subscribing anymore. But if we go back, there was another one, another location where it had it. MarkLemonster.net. Okay, let's try checking that one out. Ta-da! There it is. Okay, so that was one source. Go back a minute. Another good place for articles are a website called ResearchGate.net. I've got all my own publications up there. You know, check that out. The author might have a full text copy there. Okay, in this case he doesn't, but oftentimes they do. All right. And then finally, another, besides Google, there's another website called, let me pull this up here so you can see it. Another site called scholar.google.com. Okay. And here, this was actually the first research. Brennan Page, the inventors of Google, this was their dissertation. This was where this was their project, where they invented the whole Google algorithm, and it was for scholarly articles. And this is their gift to academia. If we now try searching for this thing, okay, now we start seeing some links. We see, okay, well, we see a whole bunch of that again, but here, get rid of some of this and just go, how unethical are you, Harvard Business Review? That's usually going to give you better. Here we go. Now you can see here I already grabbed it from one place already. I got it from a place in Cleveland or something, you know. And so here's another place, Camillus.edu. These are all schools, you know. So here, if I go click here, it's the same article. It's just not in glossy format. Okay, so moral of the story here, guys, is you got to do a little digging, but to make sure that you're reading the right one is just make sure that the title is the same, the authors are the same, the year and publication is the same, and let's see if we got some other. Here we go. I want to like this one here. You see, it's 2004. This is probably may or may not be the exact same one. Let's take a look at it. It may be a revised version. Okay, now it's downloading it for me. Hang on. That may be like a revised version of it. I don't know. But ideally, if they assign you a particular year and things, try to go for that. So, to sum up, go to the library first. If that doesn't work there, go to Google and go to scholar.google and also researchgate.net. All right, guys. Happy researching. Email me if you got any questions.